specify switch antennas. K6US.
Yep, good evening. Did you get my phone message?
Yes, I did. Yeah, and so I just stayed in the family room a little bit longer and finished my dinner. But, yep, we're booting up everything right now. K6US 1079 and 1100.
Okay, very good. Well, it was so hot out here. It actually got probably past 100 here. They said it wasn't going to get 97 or something, but it felt like it was a lot hotter. When I came in here and I turned everything on, I thought, man, I was in here about 6, and I didn't see any reason to run it for an hour and a half before we even started because it was pointless. It was just boiling in here. Anyway, good evening, and have you heard anything about Rob or his operation?
I have not, and I just heard 620, so you can put 620 down. We got you in there, Mike, and I'm looking at the rig. Looks like you might need to mess with your squelch RF gain because your RF gain's not up all the way.
Yeah, I think I turned it down earlier. I wasn't sure. I guess I was diddling with it because I didn't hear any audio coming out of the speaker at first. It turned out I had my secondary speaker turned off. So I was fiddling with the knobs. Thanks, got it now.
Yeah, that's one of those things. I can change it remotely, but it occasionally will revert back to wherever you have the knob on the rig. So it's just easier to have you fix it.
It's funny. I got better copy on you when I turn the RF gain down a little bit. But anyway, we'll figure that out. Mike, I wonder if I can copy you off the backside. W6 Papa Echo K6MYC, over. I don't hear him. He may not hear me either.
Yeah, Whiskey 6 Papa Echo from Kilo 6 Uniform Sierra. You still in there, Mike? Oh, very good. Yeah, you're making it down here to the valley. Once again, my antenna being pointed in that direction is helping you out. So we got you on the list. Alrighty, Roger. K6US.
Okay. My front to back's working too good tonight. Can't hear him at all. Can't even find a trace in there. So I'm glad somebody else has ears for a relay there. Good. And I asked Mike, WA6AAJ, who was on here last night, I asked him if he could make it tonight so we have somebody to use in the event that AA6S doesn't show up. Have you heard them on the band here at all?
I have not.
Because they're usually down the band on 90, working Ralph around this time, but I don't hear any splatter, and I don't normally hear splatter on them, so.
Yep, we'll see if they show up. Then, well, I can also watch the spectrum scope to see if I can see them.
Yeah, well, I need them because I can't work W6QUI by myself. We just don't have good enough continuous propagation between us. So I'm relying on one of the two of them to come up. I don't think you hear them off QUI off the back either, do you?
I think I've heard him once, but not very strong. And yeah, you know, I'm pointed in completely the wrong direction for him.
Anyway, so I asked them to come up, and of course Rob can sometimes get to him, but he wasn't here last week, and he's not going to be here this week for tonight. So I'm relying on WA6AAJ and Alpha 6 Sugar to hook up with QUI, and then help me connect with him to even find out if he's going to be there. He said he was going to be there. He was absolutely adamant that he would be here tonight, so pretty sure he is. And while I'm talking to you, I've got Abby the black cat, the stray. He's just up against me here looking for love. Over.
Oh, Roger. Yeah, and so I opened up your scope and mine, so if they're down on 090, we'll see them.
Okay.
Kilo 6, Victor Bravo Golf, 971.
I hear you, Dave. Good evening, VBG, K6MYC.
Good evening, Mike. It was another hot day today.
Yes, you're right about that.
Yeah, we were just a little over 100 today.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I thought it was over 100 here. They said it wasn't going to get that hot in Fresno. Temperature was supposed to be peaking at 97, but man, I went out about 3 o'clock, and I just walked out, and before I walked 10 feet, I had sweat coming out from underneath my hat. So it was very warm. I thought it was very warm, and I didn't feel comfortable even sitting outside soaking it up. I tried to sit outside for a few minutes and pet the kitty. He's looking for all kinds of affection here. I know you're a good kitty. You got food out there, buddy. I gave you food and I gave you water. He doesn't want anything but his neck rubbed and his head rubbed. He's gotten overly affectionate now that he's decided to stick around here a little while. He's been here almost 2 weeks now without a break. That's unusual for him. Maybe he's finally broken with wherever else he goes. He goes away for 3 and 4 days at a time. And he's eating somewhere because he comes back, and he's not starving. He's a little bit rugged, ratty looking, but he comes back and he's okay. So who knows?
Do the same thing. Yeah, does the same thing. Here, you take it easy, Mike. I gotta go.
I think we doubled, Dave. Go ahead.
I said, take it easy. I gotta go. I got a phone call.
Okay, 7-3. Thanks for checking in. 6 VBG, let's see, W6 Papa Echo, K6 US, and who else do we have in here tonight? K6 MYC, Bozo Net, looking south. Oh boy, are you weak. Okay, I'll have to tweak around for you a little bit, Curie. KC5DTU 712. Let me have a little longer transmission from you, and I'll see if I can figure out why I'm not hearing you well. Over.
Roger, Roger. Well, I'm pointed in the usual direction, same heading, so it should be a good signal. I don't know. You're coming in good strong signal here at the shack. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I pointed over at 122 right now, which is where I have to be for 122 or 128, somewhere in here for W6QUI anyway, so I'll just leave it here. Anybody else that's down there could hear me anyway. We hope that AA6S and WA6AAJ show up. AAJ's getting over a sinus infection, and it started to move down to his chest. He was starting to get chest rumbles and stuff, so he was moving toward perhaps pneumonia. I don't know if he gets pneumonia, but anyway, he's looking to get some more medication today. But he may have just gotten it today, and it may not have taken effect yet. Anyway, good to hear you. Let's see what's new on the Western Front. No, not much. My friend WF1A did not show up on 40 today, so we didn't have any further discussions about his QTH or his QRZ page or UNZ.com either. So I thought he was very adamant about being here today, but he may have just forgotten. Anyway, we did have long discussions with other folks on the band, and had a pretty good morning with a few different different subject matters, but nothing urgent. I haven't heard anything more about the hydrogen thing.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I gave the information out, so it's being checked, and as soon as I get something back, I'll let you know what I hear.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, I've got an open day again tomorrow. Nobody's going to be here. Tomorrow is Frank's day for the potty. Sanitation day, if you want to call it that. He was not here again today, and I was going to call him, but I didn't. I figured he would call me. But I didn't hear from Frank at all, so he's still probably fighting it there a little bit with the back. I don't know. Hopefully we'll see him on Thursday. Anyway, tomorrow's open if you end up with an open day to come up. KE7, KE5. I'm struggling with your call sign for some reason. K6MYC. Go ahead, Kerry.
Roger. Yeah, I understand, Mikey. KC5, DTU.
It was a Kilo Charlie. I couldn't remember it. Sometimes it becomes so easy for me to say it, and then 6 months later I have to remember it, and it doesn't roll off my tongue. And if it doesn't roll off my tongue, it's not in my brain either. KC5DTU.
Roger. Okay, I have the same problem. Hi. Okay, I'll talk to you later, and we'll set something up.
Okay. Anybody else down there? How about Alpha 6 Sugar? Where are you, Bill? How about WA6AHA? N6BYH probably finally been called away on to that big fire that's up above. Where is it? Up above Sonora? Where is the big fire? No, it's above Phil up there. I think, and it's 2,500 plus acres. I've forgotten where it is now. It's a big one, though.
Yeah, Mike, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a call there from my wife. She was in the emergency room. Her legs were swelling. Check her for a blood clot.
Okay, I didn't copy that, Dave. I've got you in a null here, so let me see if I can find a better spot for you. Over.
Roger.
Try that heading there. Is that let's see if I can copy any better now. You got kind of a hollowness on you.
No, I was just saying my wife was down in the emergency room. She was being checked for a heart condition or blood clot, and they checked her out, and she checked out okay. So she's coming home.
Yeah, I'm just not copying. Let me see if Aaron understood what you said. Aaron, did you get what Dave was trying to say to me?
I got it, Mike. He said his wife's legs were swollen, and she went down to the hospital, and they checked her out and for blood clot or heart condition, and she's okay. So she's coming home. And good evening, Dave, and I'm glad to hear the good news. So I just relayed it to Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah. When did that happen, Dave? Was that starting yesterday or today sometime?
So it started about 2 days ago.
Oh, okay. And it was one leg or both legs?
Both legs.
And they were just swelling up where below the knee? From below the knee or at the knee and down or where?
Yeah, from the knee down to the ankle.
And did they determine what it was?
No, they did not. There were tons of tests on her, and they do not know.
Well, that's helpful.
Follow-up doctors with her.
Well, they determined what it wasn't. It wasn't a blood clot, I guess. So it's nice to know what it wasn't, but it would also be nice to know what could cause that kind of stuff. Has she ever had this before?
No, she hasn't. And she just had her ACL replaced, or not replaced, but constructive surgery, about a month ago.
Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know why that would have any, there shouldn't be any cross correlation there. I don't think she's probably off any drugs that she took for that, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's off of it. I don't know, man. She's kind of worried, and I was kind of getting a little worried myself. I couldn't get a hold of Dr. Dan to talk to him about it.
All righty, well, let's hope she's home now, right?
Not yet. She just called me. She was leaving the hospital.
Okay, so you're going to go get her?
No, she drove herself there.
She's what?
She drove herself to the hospital.
Oh, I see. Okay, I got it. So she's going to drive home. Well, good. Well, we'll check in tomorrow and see how she's doing. You'll be on here, of course, hopefully. All right, let's take another standby. Anybody copying me anywhere for check-ins to the 1296 Bozo Net, K6MYC, over? Let me call W6QUI. I'm pointed over to a bounce path that should get to W6QUI, Atascadero. W6QUI. Are you copying it all there, Ron? Over? Okay, I'm going to try another heading for him. Somewhere around in here we've heard him before. Absolutely due east. W6QUI, Atascadero on the bounce path. K6MYC, DM07, calling and listening. Okay, nothing heard. I'm going to come back around and try one more time at 128, and then let me see here. There's 120, 126, 127. W6QUI, 127, 128. W6QUI, Atascadero on the bounce path. K6MYC, over. Okay, nothing heard. I'll go a direct path to him, and then we'll give it up. And W6QUI, I'm rotating toward you. W6QUI, 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 W6QUI. There I am on the direct path at 210. W6QUI, K6MYC, over. Yeah, nothing heard there. And AHA or AA6S, are you guys here? I guess you saw nothing on the spectrum, so they're not on working Ralph either, huh?
Nope, didn't see anything. K6US.
Okay. Well, we aren't going to get anybody in Santa Cruz because Tom won't be back until Wednesday. I know where the fire was. It was up above Tom there in Santa Cruz, in the mountains above Santa Cruz. There, a big fire, 2,500 acres over there. And I tried to get Lee to tell me if he had smoke over there, but he didn't answer the question. So I assume it's not smoky where he is. The wind must be blowing it another way, into another direction. So we won't get anybody there. I'll have to go right over into the Bay Area and see if we can hear Fred and some of the other guys over there. I'm waiting waiting. What time is it? I guess I'm early anyway. I'm a little early for AA6S. I got a few. I could wait another 5 minutes here. It's Aaron, over.
Yeah, it's 7:43. So you might be a little too early for those boys up in the Bay Area. You might shock them if you show up too early.
Okay, well, I wish, I don't know what's happened to Bill. I don't think it's the heat. I don't know what's going on there between Bill and Al and Mike, but we should, and the other station that could work him down there would be Ken, WA60IB, but I haven't heard Ken either.
And Ken hasn't been on 1296 for a long time because I think he's still broken.
No, he came in here last week, I think, on this band, as a matter of fact, and worked somebody here. So he was in here for a little while, and the system works. It's just that the antennas aren't as they should be. But he was able to transmit, and he was quite loud here. But he knows the system isn't working, so he's not motivated to get in here. But it does function. He was on for some reason here last week. Anyway, we're running a little thin here tonight.
Yeah, I'm up to 6, which is a huge list. So we'll have to go scrounge up a couple more people.
Yep. Well, I thought we might have N6BYH in here. He's certainly capable. K6MTS has also got the band, but he probably doesn't want to go out in the heat out there in Prather. His shack is in a truck up on the hill. So we're not getting any response from anywhere. And Ralph never comes up and calls on this frequency. I could go back that way for 1 minute and give a call. Let me do that. Let me go back to 150 and see if I can get Ralph in here and make a couple of long calls to K6TSK. K6TSK, 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 K6 Tango Sugar Kilo, K6TSK, K6TSK, K6 Tango Sugar Kilo, K6TSK, K6MYC calling. Everybody's missing up here tonight. K6TSK, K6TSK. Hopefully you'll listen on this frequency sooner or later. K6TSK, K6TSK, K6MYC, calling and listening. I don't know why he doesn't ever come up here and try to check in direct. It's a battle of wills, Aaron. I think he wants me to come to his frequency. Wherever it is. He goes on 090, and then he goes to 210 or 110, and I don't know why he does that. If we're so weak that he can't work me now, then he shouldn't be bothered by me when I'm pointed somewhere else.
Yeah, he's got to meet you in the middle and just be on 100.
That's why I'm 1296 100 now, and I guess I'm not going to get anywhere there either. All right, I'm going to go toward the Bay Area. Here we go. W6QUI, W6QUI, K6MYC as I pass through. W6QUI, K6MYC, over. Okay, nothing heard. 240, 250, 260, and 270, and 280. So there we are into the Bay Area. KD6SOK, K6KLY, WB6JNN, KB6BA. Anybody? K6MYC, Bozo Net, Bay Area.
K6KLY.
Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sierra, Placerville.
NYC, K6NYC,
Okay, I hear three of you. Very good, guys. Thanks for being there. K6KLY. Good signal from you, Russ. And I heard you, Paul. I'm not going to move the antenna, Paul. I'm going to shoot it back to you. And I also heard Fred. Fred, we hear you. We'll get it to you last because I'm going to have to tweak the antenna a little bit for you. K6KLY. I'll be back in a second. K6 Whiskey India Sugar. Go ahead. K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC. This is Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sierra, Placerville, number 637. Yeah, thanks. Your antenna is in the optimum position for me already. I think you're 5x5. Solid signal on the bounce pass, Mike. How copy me? Over.
Yeah, very good. Good copy here. K6TSK, no problem. And I'm pretty sure you're the only one that's in here tonight. The other guys in Clear Lake have gotten rid of their 1296 stuff or don't get on there anymore, one or the other. Anyway, if you ever do talk to them again, you might ask them if they have the 1296. We're looking for a quick way to get on 1296 and get the beacon running here. I'd like to have a transverter or something for 1296 that we can put on for beacon use. So you might ask them if either one of those guys wants to get rid of one of their whatever they were using for 1296 before. K6WYS, and if you like, you can shoot it to Russ. He's probably copying, and then we'll get it down to Fred. K6WYS, and then, of course, in a couple of minutes, we'll be around on the direct path, too. K6MYC. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, K6MYC. This is K6WYS. Signal conditions have dropped. You're down to about a 5x2 now. So I weren't told that I did not copy K6KLY because I'm pointed just south of the Bay Area. So I cannot copy Rush right now. So I'll pass it back to you, net control. 73 is my K6WIS. Over.
Yeah, okay, very good, no problem. K6 Whiskey India Sugar in the group. We'll see you in a little bit on the direct path if you can stick around there, Paul. Thanks for coming up here. Good to hear you. K6 Whiskey India Sugar. Over to you, Russ. And then I'll peek on you, and then it should be pretty close for Fred there. K6KLY, K6MYC. Over.
All right, good evening, Mike. You're loud 5 and 9 up here, no problem. I also heard, I think it's KB6DA in there. Have you picked him up? Over.
I haven't heard Oliver yet, but we'll certainly hear him. So you can turn it to Oliver. If you heard him, he'll hear you, and turn it to Oliver, and then we'll get it over to Fred. Over.
Roger, okay. BA, take a turn. Hello, KB6BA. Well, he's not there now. I'm sorry. Okay, who we got out here? K6KLY.
WA6RT.
Who is it?
All right, we got JNN. Who else?
Whiskey Alpha 6 Radio Tango.
WA6 Radio Tango. Okay, good. You're very infrequent in here, so I need your Bozo number and name and location.
Good evening, Mike. Bozo number 1283, 1283, 1283, and Whiskey Alpha 6 Radio Tango. And good evening to you and the rest. Hopefully you got all that. And you're sounding good here tonight, about a 5.8.
Where are you and what's your handle?
I am in San Mateo County, in Woodside, and name here is Brad, Bravo Romeo Alpha Delta, Bravo Romeo Alpha Delta.
Okay, very good, Brad. Well, you got a great signal, so tell me what you're running. I'm running 600 watts to 8 M2 23C M22s at about 90 feet. Over.
Roger. Well, you have a great signal into here. I'm only running 10 watts of power, but I've got a beam on a tripod pointed to the east, probably in your direction. I think it's at about 95 degrees. Over.
Yeah, that will be right. What is the antenna?
It is a Comet. I believe it's a Comet CYA, maybe. It's a 12 or I think it's a 12 or a 16 element beam.
Okay, it's a little one. Well, you must have a good location with some altitude there in Woodside. I know where Woodside is. I used to work at Stanford, the site across the road from you there at the Big Dish. So I know Woodside area pretty well, and I know there's not very many good areas in Woodside to get a signal in this direction. Over.
Right, yeah, I was surrounded by trees. I got a bit of elevation, and right now I'm pointed in between a couple of trees, so no, I'll probably have to write this one down, for next time, because you're coming in loud and clear here, and it sounds like I'm making the trip there.
Oh, yeah. If you listen to the stream, you can hear yourself. You could go back and listen to the archived stream later if you haven't got it up now. But no, you're just like a local in here. 10 watts, and I don't know what the length of your feed line is, but you must be getting all of the 10 watts up there, or 8 of it anyway. Whatever it is, it's just rock solid. Just absolutely rock solid from the, I think, 9700, right?
Well, I won't change a thing then, and I'll have to go back and listen to the archives. So, sometimes it doesn't work out quite as well. It's a little hit and miss, but I suspect that tonight I got the beam probably pointed real good towards your direction.
Yeah, but it's still a fairly small antenna. I've got 8 that are bigger than those, a bit bigger than yours. Mine are of about 5.5-foot booms, 22 elements. So, and there's 8 of them up there, 2 wide and 4 high. So I've got some good ears, and I've got the preamp up there with a 3/10 of a dB noise figure. So I'm hearing, but that's not the reason. You are stronger than most others at where you are there. So it's doing really, really well. I'm not blowing smoke on you. Good to hear you, Brad. And we'll hope to see you week after week here, and hopefully on the other bands too. If you've got 9700, you've got 2 meters and 432 as well. 432 is 2 meters tomorrow night, and then Thursday night is 432. WA6 Radio Tango K6MYC.
All right. Well, good to chat with you, Mike, and I'll keep this setup locked in. So hopefully next week I'll catch you all again. And if not, I'll definitely try to be a regular in here because I like this band and it's a good experiment for me. Anyway, 73 and into the net K6MYC WA6RT.
Okay, just confirm you are using an ICOM 9700.
Oh, sorry, no. This is a ICOM 905, so it's just got the 10 watts on 1.2.
Oh, I don't think it has 10 watts. I thought it was only 5 watts on this band, but maybe I'm wrong. But it's good anyway. 905, that's a good one. And of course, all the way up. Very good. All right. Let me see. Russ, are you copying Brad there in Woodside?
Oh, yeah, no problem. He's right down the road from me. And when you get done there, I'll try and pick up some more for you. Over.
Okay, well, I'm going to go get Fred right now. Fred's been patient. Sorry to keep you waiting, Fred, but it was unusual to get Brad in here. He's just running 10 watts and from Woodside there. Cupertino, KD6SOK, K6MYC.
Okay, yeah, very good, Mike. Yeah, I can hear Brad up there in Woodside. I'm not pointed at him. My antenna isn't pointed at him, but I'm sure he's coming really strong. So That's pretty good. He's got elevation. Yeah, like you said, there's not very many good spots in Woodside because you're right up against the hills or the mountains there. So it's not a great shot over to the Central Valley, except if you were pointing towards Sacramento, you would probably have a good shot. But still, that's pretty impressive. Anyway, I heard Brad there okay. So anyway, Mike, back to you. KD6 up okay, and watching the fog moving in.
Yeah, very good. Well, I'm glad you're hearing him as well. Let's see if, I think Russ said Jim, WB6JNN was in here also. Jim, pick it up, WB6JNN and the group K6MYC. I heard a voice, but I didn't get the call. Go ahead.
Julia, November. Julia, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, you're in there, but boy, you're weak. I'm just getting partial call. 284. It's Q3. It's Q3, Jim. That's unusual. You should be a lot stronger. So something weird going on there. Either you're turned wrong or something. Anyway, good to hear you. Sorry to keep you waiting there. It's not conversational, but if you want to tell me something, tell me, and then Russ will probably can relay if he's copying you. WB6JNN, and we'll try again for Oliver. I think Oliver was in here, but may not have heard Russ call him. WB6JNN in the group, K6MYC.
Mike, you're down to F2, down to F2, and you were up around 3 or 4. I did not get any higher than that. There's a fog coming around 73, WB6J.
Okay, 73. I heard Q4 from you, so I'm not doing very well for you either. Must be just something about the knife edge over the hill behind you there. 73. Thanks for checking in, Jim, and we'll look for you tomorrow night on 2 meters. WB6JNN, East San Jose, K6MYC, KB6BA, Oliver. We should hear you okay. We always hear you. KB6BA, K6MYC, over. Who was that? Okay, Russ, I think Jim said he wasn't there at all. How did we know KB6BA was in here? You heard him once, didn't you, Russ? Over.
Yeah, I heard him trying to check in, but now he doesn't respond, over.
Okay, well, I've got him checked in anyway. If you heard him, I believe your ears were correct, and he probably was there, but he may have had to go away for some reason, or maybe have had a technical problem, because I usually hear Oliver like a ton of bricks here. I certainly had a good signal from Brad over there. He's doing great from his Woodside location. All right, well, so far so good here. See if there's anybody else. You want to drag the bottom of the boat and see if there's anybody. We should have KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. He should be in here, but sometimes he's late and only pick him up on the return path. Russ, try it. Give him a call.
All right, Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, you on here? K6KLY. Anybody else wanting to check into the Bozo Net here in the Bay Area, K6KLY? Mike, has anybody approached you about operating at your place for California QSO party, over?
Oh, you asked me that before. Nobody has.
Okay, well, I won't be surprised if somebody does, because you're like the biggest station in that county, over.
Yeah. California QSO party. When is it?
3rd and 4th of October, over.
Okay, so we got a little time. I'll probably hear from somebody. All right, well, they're here, and you're welcome to come down as well.
No, I'll be operating here, but probably some people will be trying to get a hold of you there because they want to get that county of yours on the air. Over.
Well, I can probably get on if I know what the parameters are and stuff. I don't mind getting on. I can get on. I have 40, 20, 17, 15, and 10, and 6 that I could get on. Over.
Okay, well, it's the original, 5 bands, 80, 40, 20, 15, and 10. And it's a serial number plus your county. Over.
I got you. The serial number of a number of people that you have worked, like you would be number 1, right?
Roger.
Okay. All right, well, you could remind me as we get closer to the date, but I don't really see any reason why I couldn't get on for at least a few hours around a key time. Maybe you can put me into a key time frame, and I don't mind putting in 3 or 4 hours over the weekend there. Over.
Roger, that'd be real good, Mike. Okay, I'll be out here if you need some more help, K6KLY.
All righty. Let's go up and get N6RO. Let's see, N6RO, N6 Radio Asker, N6RO, somewhere right around in there, Ken, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO. Boy, you really came up when you turned that antenna. Here is Bozo 835. High temperature was 94. Dinner is going to be chicken. No. Yes. Not livers, but chicken, drumsticks. And potatoes and spinach and stuff like that. We're getting ready for the Hawaii QSO party, but I haven't generated any interest from my operators yet. I guess that's it for now. We'll see you on to tomorrow in 6RO.
Well, you might not be able to work anybody in Hawaii. That damn island's about blown away. Over.
Yeah, we got to watch the weather out there.
Well, I've heard today, this morning on the news, that 3 houses on the south end of the Big Island washed away. They washed right into the ocean.
Oh, yeah, there was lots of damage already. But I think there's another storm headed their way.
Well, it's not headed there. It's sitting right off coast, but the rain and stuff is fierce, and the winds are at 70, 75. It's not quite hurricane, but it's pushing. But they had 30 inches of rain a couple of days ago, and that just gully washed the south end of the island. Is makeshift anyway. That was made from a bunch of bulldozers walking back and forth for a couple of years on the lava and crushed it. And then they built houses on that area. But, of course, that's not a very good base when you think about it. Over.
Yeah, agreed. Well, water in that quantity can be more powerful than the wind. Well, good luck to them. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow on 2 meters. Good signal here tonight. Very stable, very solid. N6RO, and there's nobody else down here to say hello. All the big guns didn't show up tonight, which was kind of frustrating because I asked both of them to be here so they could help me with 2 other stations, Ralph in LA and W6QUI in Atascadero. I'm blocked to him. And Ralph doesn't come on our frequency when I can work it when I'm pointed that way. So that's 2 check-ins that we normally get. But when the big guys that have a shot to him don't get in here, then I don't work them. Anyway, we're missing a few because of that. Otherwise, we're doing pretty good tonight. And a new rare station in the Bay Area. I don't know if you heard me working WA6 Radio Tango in Woodside. 10 watts and booming in here, almost as strong as you are, Robert.
Ah, good. Everybody should be as strong as me. Yeah. See, I had something to say and it slipped my mind. Mindless.
Well, I stretch things over a couple of different subjects here. I do the same thing. I get 3 or 4 subjects, and one thing I want to make a comment on, and by the time I get done, or the guy turns it over to me, I forget what I was going to say.
Well, that's how I operate.
Well, you just got to take 2 Primogen instead of 1, and one. I have another one called mental performance. I take. There's a new one out called Neuro something, and I couldn't get the number in time, but you have to call them on the phone and get that Neuro something. It's supposed to be a new pill. It's supposed to be a whole different approach to improving your mind. Over.
Yeah. Okay. Did you hear from Rob about his surgery?
No word on that. I assume it's okay, but he wouldn't normally call, and I didn't want to bug him. We assume that we'll hear probably tomorrow. He probably will be in here tomorrow. I assume everything went okay, but have not heard from Rob. Over.
Okay. I hope everything's okay. We'll find out later in the week. See you tomorrow in 6RO.
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal. It was a shoulder repair. He had torn the ligament loose, or almost loose, and it was dangling or something, or near dangling. Usually when those ligaments come loose, if you don't get them in a few days, they atrophy and go away, but they must have found a way to get around that, or maybe the ligament in the shoulder is different than the ones in the knee. I know if you have an anti-cruciate behind the knee and you rip that one, if you don't get that in 3 or 4 days, it's gone. It goes away, and they have to put a rubber band in there instead. Over.
Oh yeah. Well, hope it went okay, and hope I never have that problem. I have to have a surgery other than my eyes, which was no problem at all. Anyway, good night for now. See you tomorrow.
Okay, good night, Ken. And I think we pushed 100 here. They said 97, but I'm pretty sure we got 100 or more. So it was very, very hot this afternoon. And muggy. I think that's what's making it feel even warmer than it normally would. We're overcast here for the most part. There's weak sun peeking through, but it's got to be pretty humid. 7-3. K6MYC moving over toward Sacramento.
The monsoon season is here.
711 K6MI.
Who was that?
Loud in Oakley.
Oh, you're good too, Ken.
Who was that?
K6MI. Ken's loud here.
Oh, good evening, John. Good to hear you. K6MI 711. Go ahead, finish up with Ken.
Oh, we did. We said hi. Yeah, very good signal tonight. I'm aimed at him. K6MI.
Yeah, good. Thanks for the report. You're as loud as you're loudest of anybody on the band tonight that I've heard. Over.
Wow, that's great. Okay.
But there is some QSB. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay. Very good, John. I don't think there's anybody else in this direction, but we'll get into Sacramento and then we'll catch somebody. Sacramento coming up. Should be close to KJ6KFB 756, KJ6KFB 756, K6MYC, over.
UA6LL.
Who is that? Go ahead.
Is LOL.
WA6LOL.
Oh, WA6LOL.
Well, right.
Well, there's another person in there with you talking, so I'm not sure. You're breaking up, Dave. Give me another transmission, Dave. Let's see if we can get a whole call. You're half letters, and each letter was just half of it. Over.
Okay. Right. 6YC. KYC. 6YC. 6MYC, A6MYC, UA6LOL, 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 so they might be 7 on the further now. The transmitter now over.
Yeah, it's all broken up, Dave. I didn't get the last comment. I got all the call signs, of course, but because I know what you were saying. But I did not get your last statement because half of each word is missing. You've got a bad joint somewhere. Over. Are you moving the antenna while you're calling? Over.
Roger.
Are you moving the antenna while you're calling, Dave?
Yeah, I'll move the antenna. About 158, 155,
165 is where you should be, but you got a broken connection somewhere. But put it to 165 and stop moving it. Over.
Right about there, maybe. 334. UA600 Nora.
Well, you're pretty close now. The signal's not bad. It's just not solid. You're breaking up. I don't know whether it's a microphone or an RF connection, but you're coming and going. I think it's an RF connection because I hear two different levels. I hear one level that's way down, and then you pop up to quite strong. So I think it's a broken joint in the rotation in one of the coaxes or something. Over.
Okay. Well, now this is the transmitter. It's 2-type transmitter, so I should 12 now. So this is 2-type transmitter. Over.
I heard the over solid. Everything else is all broken up. Are you saying the word transverter?
Okay. WAOL.
Yeah, he sounds weird.
Well, it's breaking up, but I don't know where it is. I can't tell whether it's breaking up in the microphone or somewhere in the keying end of the transverter. Maybe he's not keying the transverter hard. I think he just got a brand new Q5 transverter, but it doesn't. They don't usually have any issues with keying. I mean, once you key it, it stays keyed while you're talking, but it's obviously dropping out on him. All we're getting is voice peaks, Dave. Voice peaks for the most part. When you say over, it came through perfectly. So if you shouted in the mic, we'd probably hear you.
Type level. This type level of 7. This type level of 8. Type level 9. Type level over.
Yeah, I just can't get it. I get the over, but I can't get anything else. It's broken up. Well, listen, let me get MRI, KR6MR, and see if I got anything from Darren in there. I thought I heard Darren underneath you, but it might have been you when you were in the down mode. So stand by a second, Dave. I've got you logged in, and we can come back. I'll go to Nevada, get that taken care of, then I can come back and point at you again and see if you can figure out what's causing it. Don't move the antenna. I think you said 165 at one point, and that was pretty good. That was where you were the best and the strongest signal at 165. It doesn't make sense, but we'll take it. Okay, KJ6KFB, Darren, are you in there? KJ6KFB 756, over. I think I'm hearing him. Dave, can you give me Rogers? Is Darren in there? Is KJ6KFB in there? Just give me Rogers, Dave. Over, over. And now Dave's not there. Let me go up and get KR6MR here. Here we go. This should be... Whoops. Yeah, somewhere in here, KR6MR, K6MYC, John?
Yeah, good evening, Mike. KR6MYC in the group. Bozo 759. I don't think you overshot me, but well, a good strong signal.
Okay. Well, you're not strong and you're watery signal. Can you confirm? Is Darren in there tonight? Is Darren in there? Over. I need more. I heard the over and nothing else. Over. Okay. Very good. Yeah, your signal is, I'm going back and forth on you, but you're all over the place in peaks. I'm getting peaks here and peaks there, so it's broken up in the path. But I'll put Darren down. I thought I heard Darren a couple of times, but not enough to get to 756. So I'll put 756 down. 756. 756, we got him. All righty. And you're not Q5. Let me see if I can find a spot where you're better. Wiggle the antenna again and see if I can find a peak on you. KR6MR, K6MYC. Give me 15 or 20 seconds. Over.
Roger, Mike. Kilo, 6, Mike. In beautiful Meadow Vista. Talk to us, Mike. K6MYC. 91 was the high. Over.
Okay, I heard the over. What did you say just before you said over? You were just coming up to good copy. Go ahead.
I said that high temperature today was 91 degrees over.
I think you're saying it was very hot today. Is that what you said? Very hot today?
No, we were just 91, over.
I hear the over every time, but I'm not getting anything else. So however you're saying the other words, I can't make anything out of them. But the over is Q5 every time. Over.
Okay, I'll put an over now. Let's see, it was 91 degrees. 91 degrees. Let's see if I've got the highs and lows now.
Yeah, I think I heard 81 degrees, 81.
Negative, 91.
Yeah, 91.
91, yeah, I got the 91 that time. Yeah, we were about 100 here, every bit of every bit of 99 to 100 here, but all right. It's really chopped up too. On top of everything else, your audio sounds almost like Dave. Dave had a broken connection. You've just got chopped up band conditions. Over. Every time I get the over, I just got back on you that time. I was sweeping the antenna. Now, if you're going to be good where it is, it sounded good on the over. Give me your last comments, and we won't beat this to death anymore. KR6MR, Meadow Vista 759, K6MYC. Go ahead.
KR6MR, KR6MR. Statement was,
Okay. Boy, it's just it's the band that's just chopped up, and I'm getting 6 dB variation from one word to the next, or half words. 6 dB variation, and the lower of the 6 dB, the lowest of the 6 dB isn't readable, and the other part is Q5. So it's very frustrating because we're almost copying 100%, but only a 0% copy because the other half isn't there. Anyway, we'll let you go. Look for you tomorrow night, John. Thanks for giving us a confirmation. And let me take a standby and see if I can hear Paul. And hear Paul, are you hearing any of this? K6 Whiskey India Sugar in the group, K6MYC.
Wow, nothing's working in that direction.
Yeah, he's all broken up too. I hear him though. K6 Whiskey India Sugar. We hear you, Paul, but it's got the same problem with Paul. It's just all chopped up. There's some really, really disturbed troposphere, as your signals are all chopped up from a standpoint of amplitude. Massive chopping QSB. Over.
This is Q6 Whiskey India Sierra. At best, you are 4x1. Best signal from you, Mike, is about a 4x1, and much QSB, lots of QSB. So I won't focus on this over.
Same thing here, although I found a spot where your Q5 here, very light, but Q5, a little watery, a little choppy, but it's at least Q5 here, Paul. And you're hearing the same thing on me. That's the problem with you're about 5 or 6 dB stronger than John, and just enough to get to be Q5. You're getting through the 6 dB nulls, and I can still copy you in the null. Hi. Everybody down here is having the same trouble with you. It's not just my ears. Aaron's listening, and he says we're just fighting it. It's all chopped up, but that's not what's. I don't think that's what's going on with Dave. Dave is more defined. When he drops out completely. So it's a broken connection for Dave there. I'll go to Nevada, and then I'll come back. I'll come back after I go to Nevada. Here we go. K6MYC going to Nevada. Over. KE7UQL, K6MYC, over. Yeah, Roger. I got you just at the end there. 272, we've got you. Not heavy, not strong, but we got you. 272. And we'll listen for some CW from Richard there. KE7UQL, try turning it over to Richard and let's see if I can hear his CW. KE7UQL, K6MYC, over.
Roger, K6UQ, Mike is listening for you. Hello,
the antenna off of you to see if I could hear Richard, and I don't hear Richard, and I think you said something, but I did not get it. KE7UQL with perhaps KD6BQ, KD6BQ, KD6BQ. You can just give me Rogers if you hear me, and if you hear Richard, just give me Rogers, Daniel, over. Same choppy stuff there too, Aaron, over.
Yeah, and I'm not hearing Richard. It sounded like Daniel was calling for Richard, and I don't think Richard responded.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too.
But there's a giant wall up north, just sucking up all the signal.
Oh, it's got little holes in it. Okay, I guess it's no Richard, KE7UQL, 7373s. If you hear Richard, give me Rogers. If you hear Richard, give me Rogers only, over. I got 657. Roger, 657. Thank you, Larry. Quite a surprise. 657. Roger, over. Yeah, not very good copy, but I certainly heard the 657, and I hear your voice, but sometimes it's not readable, over. Okay, let me give one last call for Richard. KD6BQ with N7WT and KE7UQL. KD6BQ, KD6BQ, Kilo Delta 6 Bravo Queen. KD6BQ, K6MYC calling and standing by. I'm just not getting a trace of CW. Are you, Aaron?
Yeah, nothing.
Okay. Well, 73, Larry, and 73 to Daniel. Thank you very, very much for coming up, Larry. Thank you very, very much for coming up. I'm sure it's not good tonight, but it's better than some. Not too bad for 1296. Hi. 73's Larry, 73 Daniel, KE7UQL and 7WT. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie. Bye-bye. 73, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go back and see if I can get Dave at WA6LOL in here again. Let me go back down here for a little bit here. 40, 30, right about there somewhere. WA6LOL. WA6LOL. You should be somewhere close here. WA6 Lima Oscar Lima, K6MYC.
K6MYC, K6MYC. On the antenna Here, K6MYC, UA600 Sonora.
Okay. Well, you still got the breakup. You could probably listen to this yourself. Well, maybe if it's in the transmit chain inside the building, then you'd hear it on your monitor, but maybe not. But it's not the band. The band is going up and down, but you've also got the complete dropout. Partial words are getting through. We hear the back part of LOL. We hear the OL, but we don't hear the Lima. Now, Lima Oscar Lima is missing. The Lima's missing at the beginning of LOL. That's the funny part. We hear the second part of the L and then OL. It's breaking up the same way almost every time. Enough of that. We'll talk more about it either on the phone or I could play you on the phone, but it would be pretty noisy for you to listen to it through the phone because it's not a lot of signal to noise ratio there. But the signal's pretty good when it's there. It's quite strong, readable, and should be fine except for the band conditions, Dave. 73s for now. And I think we're on the transverter, so you're probably getting 10 or 15 watts up to the antenna, and that seems to be obvious. WA6 Lima Oscar Lima 856. We've got you, K6MYC 73 for now. We'll see you tomorrow.
Mike, WA6 OL Sonora.
What was the last two words? Maybe it was tomorrow. Okay, we got the call signs and pieces of LOL, but I guess the last word was we'll see you tomorrow, 73.
Mike, 6MYC, 6OL.
Yep. I got the full MYC. The K6 is missing. The MYC was there, and then the OL was there. That's just the second half of your call is there. First half doesn't pick it up. So I don't know whether it's a pickup. Maybe you got something that's RF sensed and you're not hitting it hard enough. It just seems like something like that, like you're not driving something hard enough and it's not closing. The keying circuit isn't working well. Over.
I hear what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't think you should have anything in the system that's RF keyed, but the transverter may be set up that way. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's kind of what it sounds like, but I could be misdiagnosing it because of the way it's doing it. 7-3, Dave, and we'll see you tomorrow, and we can discuss it. You can probably go back and listen to the stream and hear it yourself, so you'll know what it sounds like. You could catch it on the stream. I'm sure there's parts of the stream that would be quite obvious for you. 7-3, good luck. K6MYC clear. Listening one more time for KJ6KFB. We've got you logged in, but I want to hear you better if you're there, Darren. KJ6KFB, K6MYC. Over.
Mike, is this better with turned up?
I heard, Mike, will you bear with me? Is that what you said? I will stay here for a minute if you want. Over.
Yeah, I wonder if he's just not putting enough drive into that thing, because, yeah, I don't think any of the Q5 signal transverters do RF sensing. It's all done with a PTT line.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I'm throwing out ideas.
Yeah, is he doing something where he put the transverter outside so it's closer to the antenna? So I wonder if he's not getting enough power out to it.
but they're pretty linear on the input. Once you key it, any RF in should give him output. I don't think that's the problem, but it could be. He should see this on a meter if he's looking at his output. He could bring everything back inside if the transverter's outside, bring it back in, and put a watt meter right after it, and you would see that the watt meter's not jumping until the second half of the word. Over.
Well, and he, if he's, not using 1296 on the 9700, even without an antenna, he should still be able to listen to himself. If he's got two rigs on the band, he just has to listen.
That's true. Well, he'll figure it out. All right, I'm going to go back and make one more call in the Bay Area for KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie here. Let me do that, and then we'll give it away for today. I'm disappointed that we didn't get the AA6S in here. There we are, pointed toward KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, KB6 WFC. How about it, Mike, K6MYC? Are you in here tonight? Over. Bay Area, Bay Area. Late checks are missed. Bay Area, late checks are missed. K6MYC, Bozo Net. Over.
So, and I did get a message from 727. Apparently he was waiting for GPS to deliver a new phone, and he had a sign for it, so he never made it out into the backyard.
Oh, that's Mike. Okay.
Yep, so I put him down because he was there in spirit.
I'll put him down. Thank you.
And I was going to tell Dave, the solution is always just more radios. When you got to troubleshoot something, the solution is always to just have more radios.
That's nice if you got more money.
Yeah, more radios is always good.
Yeah, I figured you'd like that, John.
You never have too many mics and too many radios.
Yeah, and John, speaking of that, I'll trade you on Saturday. I'll set up your laptop in exchange for borrowing the 905, so I can get ready for the amateur TV presentation.
Yeah, no problem. I've been meaning to do something with the 905 anyways.
Yeah, we'll make sure it's still working.
Yeah, I wanted to set it up as a rover or something.
Well, I'll put it on the to-do list.
Yep, yeah, kind of on this. K6MI.
Okay, it sounds to me, John, you might comment on this, Aaron, that he's overdriving whatever stage he's driving. He's a little distorted on the audio. Can you be of help there, Aaron? Over.
Yeah, no, I agree. The audio's not the cleanest, but that's because both of his 9700s are up on the hill, so he's using the older rig at home for 1296.
Well, it just sounds like it's overdriven, but maybe it isn't.
Okay, I'll look at it.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a way you can listen to it. You can hear it on the stream, real obvious, if you say a few things and just make a 10 count, and you'd hear it easily. Over.
Oh, okay, I didn't think of that. I'll try and give it a try.
Yeah, I mean, it's readable, but it's just on the borderline on some verbs and some words.
Yeah, John, say something real quick. I will record it and then play it back to you.
Okay, K6MI 711 DM06.
That was cleaner, but it wasn't as bad as it was earlier.
Okay, give me a second here. Let me load up the playback.
Standing by.
Okay, K6MI 711 DM06.
That was. Did you hear that, John?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you say it's real crunchy at the end of the syllables. It's crunchy at the beginning, but it really shows up as you're tailing off with weak audio. The weaker the audio, the worse it is. If you just said something like hello, real soft into the mic, it would be obvious.
Okay, hello. Test 1, 2, 3. This is a Kenwood 7900.
You also got something running at about 800 cycles. Is it a fan in the background?
That's the amp.
Yeah, that's the 600 watt linear fan.
Huh, do you hear mine?
No.
Okay, this is a PQL sitting here. I'm got the microphone about 6 inches from the amp. Anyway, I'm going to close the net. You guys can continue here. I don't think I can help any more than what Aaron's doing for you, so let you go. I haven't had dinner. Matt was not home when I got home, so he obviously is on a shopping tour. So hopefully I'll get in and have a little dinner here. Good night, guys. See you tomorrow. This is Mike, K6MYC, Bozo 47, and Delta Mike 07, Delta Bravo. Closing the 1296. I think, is it October 18? August 18, guys?
Yeah, 18th. I have 20, although I have confirmed that Rob is listening. So if you want to include Rob, that'd be 21.
Okay, well, we'll put Rob in there. We'll just say that he's got the tape over his lip and he can't talk.
Well, and he doesn't want to go up the stairs, so I think he's bachelorling it on the couch.
Well, I think Candy's back. He went and got her on Monday night, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'll write 432 in here as well. Okay, very good. Good evening to you, Rob. Hopefully you're feeling okay. If there's any complications or anything that some of the guys are asking about you, and we could pass on anything you'd like to pass on about your operation. And we hopefully will hear you tomorrow night. KM6 Sugar Radio in the group, K6MYC on 2016, August 18, 2016, closing the Bozo Net. Bye.
Yeah, and Rob, if you're listening, the list is going to your email in about 2 seconds. And good night to everybody on YouTube, K6US.